Meat and meat products as functional foods. Meat contains many important nutrients, including bioactive compounds such as taurine, L-carnitine, creatine, conjugated linoleic acid, and endogenous antioxidants. Meat also contains unique endogenous antioxidants including carosin, anserine, and others, along with iron and zinc, nutrients often lacking in the average diet. Meat also contains a significant source of vitamin B12. Meat and meat products may be made more functional with some modifications. In nutrition, meat technology and quantitative and predictive microbiology at the Vrije Universiteit in Brussels, modification of fatty acid and cholesterol levels in meat may be influenced by selection of breeds and genetic lines. Changes in animal feeding practices and additional ingredients added during meat processing. Adding probiotics to fermented meat products may lead to health benefits, although this application is still marginal. Several disadvantages exist when using fermented meats as a probiotic carrier. For one, fermented meats are not generally considered health food by consumers. Plus, technical issues exist. It requires careful selection of probiotic strains since, for example, they would need to have a resistance to bile salts. Fiber-enriched meat products may also offer health advantages, although they can elicit a grainy texture and have a restrictive digestive tolerance. Further studies are needed in this area. Omega-3 enriched meats, currently marked in Canada, may also soon compete with salmon and other traditional omega-3 rich fish. So, what are functional foods? A functional food is a food which gives an additional function often related to health promotion or disease prevention by adding new ingredients or more of existing ingredients. FFC has defined functional food as natural or processed foods that contain known or unknown biological active compounds. So a functional food is a food claimed to have an additional function by adding new ingredients or more or existing ingredients. So the term may also apply to traits purposely bred into existing edible plants such as purple or gold potatoes having decreased anthocyanin or carotenoid contents respectively. So functional food provide important nutrients that can help protect against disease. Many are especially rich in antioxidants. These molecules help neutralize harmful compounds known as free radicals, helping prevent cell damage and certain chronic conditions, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Research on the disease-preventing, health-promoting benefits of meat and meat products makes them a viable contender in the functional food arena. Enriching meats with fiber, probiotics, and omega-3 fatty acids may help consumers to associate meat with a healthy lifestyle. Functional foods, meat and meat products. Numerous studies have sought to demonstrate the possibility of changing the image of meat and meat products as functional foods. Over 2,000 years ago, Hippocrates said, "Let food be thy medicine." Ancient Egypt, India, Mesopotamia, and United States of America have unique functional significance regarding meat and meat products. Literature studies. Several scientific or literature studies have been undertaken on functional values of meat and meat products. These are given below. Topic, scientist name and year. Rich starch and oligosaccharides are substitute for phosphate and dextrose in whole muscle hams. Martha Brahona, 2016. Effects of antimicrobial and antioxidant activities of spice extracts on raw chicken meat quality. Holian Zhang, Zhengwan Wu, 2015. Effects of dietary fiber on properties of meat product. Suman Talukder, 2015. Development of new functional cooked sausages by addition of goji berry and pumpkin powder. S.G. Dragu, Diki Valley, 2014. Effects of the polyphenol on quality and shelf life of pork sausages. Fan Wenjiao, 2014. Quality and storability of chicken nuggets formulated with banana and hal flour. Vinay Kumar, Asim Kumar Viswas, 2013. Effects of corn oil and broccoli on texture and color. Properties of Bologna type sausage. Guzin Kaban Zaima, Sis, 2012. Physicochemical and sensory properties of reduced fat mortadella prepared with blends of CaMgKCl as partial substitute of sodium chloride. CN Horita M.A. Morgano, 2011. Development of combinations of chemically modified vegetable oils as pork back fat substitutes in sausage formulation. Juan Camilo Ospena, 2010. Usefulness of calcium citrate and gluconate for calcium enrichment of dry fermented sausage. M.D. Selgas, 2018. Influence of different types and proportions of added edible seaweeds on characteristics of low-salt gel or emulsion meat system. M.T. Solas, 2008. Effect of total replacement of pork meat with walnut on the nutritional profile of Frankfurters. J. Ago, J. Carvalho, and G. Serrano, 2017. Strategies for designing novel functional meat products. Queso Ariharora, 2016. Present status in India. India is bestowed with vast livestock wealth and it is growing at a rate of 6% per annum. The contribution of livestock industry, including meat, is increasing substantially in this country, which accounts for less than 40% of total agricultural sector. This contribution would have been much better had the animals' products like meat been efficient utilization of meat and meat products. Have direct impact on the economy of the country. Non-utilization of meat and meat products not only leads to loss of potential revenues. In present day, if we don't do medicinal use of meat and meat products in proper way, it may create major catastrophic health problems, which is in present day one of the serious problems. In many cases, meat processing wastes have a potential for recycling raw materials or conversion into medicinal products of higher functional value. Future prospects. India is fast emerging as a sourcing hub of processed food. Indian food processing sector, meat and poultry and other consumer product groups such as confectionery, high-protein foods. It helps the diversity and commercialize farming, enhance of farmers, create markets for export of agri-foods as well as generate greater employment opportunities. In the future, the organized market is expected to grow even faster at around 20 to 25% per annum, according to Mr. Guara Maria, President of Franchise India. Beneficial effects of meat and meat products as functional foods. Addition of spice extract with raw chicken meat highly effective against microbial growth. Addition of freeze dryer pineapple byproduct and canola oil act as fat replacers giving healthier and stable meat product. Dry fermented chicken sausage produced with inulin and corn oil will decrease the fat content and increase the protein content in sausage. Therefore, effects is hardness and chewiness is increased. Conclusive research shows that eating 1.5 ounces or 42.5 grams of walnuts as part of a low saturated fat and low cholesterol diet and not resulting in increased caloric intake may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. Nutritional contribution by combination of olive oil, rice bran oil with meat products. The use of lab as bioprotective cultures to extend the shelf life of fresh meat can improve microbial stability and safety in commercial meat preservation. Irrigation is useful for manufacturing ready-to-eat cooked meat products enriched with folic acids. The effects of this treatment on folic acid content, color, texture, and sensory properties of final products. Benefits of food irrigation. It can decrease incidence of foodborne illness, reduce spoilage in global food supply, increase level of quality assurance in international trade of food products. Functional food and meat products. The concept of functional food was first promoted in 1984 by Japanese scientists who studied the relationships between nutrition, sensory satisfaction, fortification, and modulation of physiological systems. In 1991, the Ministry of Health introduced rules for approval of a specific health-related food category called FUSHU, Food for Specific Health Uses. Foods of animal origin including meat are required to maintain the health of a human body. So meat is specifically valuable as a source of omega-3, fatty acids, vitamins B12, protein, and highly bioavailable iron. The consumption of meat and other animal products can alleviate nutritional deficiency, which is still widespread in developing countries, and secure a better child physical and mental development. Population growth, urbanization, economic growth, and flourishing markets all lead to the increasing demand for meat and animal products. Functional modifications in meat and meat products. Principal components of meat besides water are protein and fats, with a substantial contribution of vitamins and minerals of a high degree of bioavailability. Both meat and its associated products can be modified by adding ingredients considered beneficial for health or by eliminating or reducing components that are considered harmful. So, modification of the fatty acid and cholesterol levels in meat. The selection of breeds and genetic lines within breeds changes in animal feeding practices, including some feed additives, probiotics, antibiotics, and so forth, and intervention in animal metabolism are the main tools used to achieve a reduction in carcass fat content. Additional of vegetal oils to meat products. The addition of olive oil to sausage was more effective than using vacuum storing methods in avoiding lipid oxidation during storage and also increased the monosaturated fatty acid function. Addition of soy sauce. Soy protein isolate has been added in low-fat bologna. Chin and other 2000 characterized this product and concluded that SPR 2% can be incorporated as fat replacer without any detrimental physicochemical and textural characteristics being noted in the product except for color values. Addition of natural extract with antioxidant properties. The addition of the catechins to cook red meat and poultry was studied by Tang and others 2000. They found that addition at 300 mg or kilogram mince muscle significantly inhibited the pro-oxidative effect of sodium chloride and controlled lipid oxidation in cooked muscle patties. Sodium chloride control. Although meat as such is relatively poor in sodium, containing only 50 to 90 mg of sodium per 100 gram, the sodium content of meat derivatives is much higher because of the salt content, which may reach 2% in heat-treated products and as much as 6% in uncooked, cured products, in which drying or loss of moisture increases the proportion even further. Animal or vegetal products. The use of whey protein as a meat alternative is a relatively recent development. Whey protein is essentially made from gluten that has been processed and extruded to resemble the texture of meat. Addition of fish oils. Salchichon is made using vac fat and meat enriched in polyunsaturated in 3 fatty acids and tocopherol, concluding that it is possible to manufacture dry fermented sausages enriched in 3 FOFAs without adverse effects on its composition, lipid stability, textural, and sensory properties. Addition of fiber. Increase the cooking yield of meat products due to its water binding and fat binding properties and to improve texture. Water absorption capacity of oat fiber, such as its, could potentially benefit products such as fat-free frankfurters and low-fat bologna. The addition of FOS did not affect the pH, AW or weight losses because the presence of soluble dietary fiber leads to a compact gel structure. And advantages of meat and meat products as functional foods. So meat contains many important nutrients, including bioactive compounds such as taurine, L-carnitine, creatine, conjugated linoleic acid, and endogenous antioxidants. They make endogenous antioxidants including carosine, anserine, and others, along with iron and zinc, nutrients often lacking in the average diet. Meat also contains a significant source of vitamin B12. Meat and meat products may be made more functional with some modifications during meat processing. Adding probiotics to fermented meat products, sausage, may lead to health benefits, although this application is still marginal. Some disadvantages. Fermented meats are not generally considered health food by consumers. Plus, technical issues exist. It requires careful selection of probiotic strains since, for example, they would need to have a resistance to bile salts. Fiber-enriched meat products can elicit a grainy texture and have a restrictive digestive tolerance. Conclusions. Consumers have become better informed about nutrition and want to improve their safety and potential industrial applications to learn more about the medical benefits of food. Food manufacturers face the challenge of providing nutritious food while at the same time ensuring that the product has an appealing taste, texture, and appearance. Thus, producers of meat products have modified their formulas recipes to meet the changing demands of the marketplace by addition of certain components that add functional properties to meat products or by reduction of certain ingredients that are not considered beneficial to health. Further research is needed to understand their interactions with meat products constituents. That would be all, and thank you so much for listening.